If you've ever stood in a garden store holding a bag of fertilizer and wondering why your soil still looks tired season after season, you're not alone. I've been there too. That frustration is exactly why today's story matters, because it proves that once you understand soil, you stop feeding plants and start feeding life. Welcome to Rootshaven Grounds, where we dig deeper than quick fixes and build gardens that grow richer every year. The woman at the center of this story wasn't a scientist or a large-scale farmer. She was simply a determined gardener who refused to accept that soil had to be constantly corrected with bags and bottles. Instead of asking, "What fertilizer should I buy next?" she asked a better question. Why is my soil hungry in the first place? One of the biggest lies modern gardening teaches us is that soil is an empty container. In reality, healthy soil is a living engine powered by billions of microorganisms. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, earthworms, and insects all work together to mine nutrients, store them safely, and deliver them to plant roots on demand. When you pour synthetic fertilizer into soil, you bypass this system. Plants get a quick nutrient hit, but the soil life starves. Over time, soil becomes compacted, lifeless, and dependent on more fertilizer just to keep plants alive. This is the cycle that keeps gardeners spending money year after year. Her journey started with compost, but not the lifeless, dry stuff many gardeners use as an afterthought. She treated compost as the foundation of everything. Kitchen's garden waste, leaves, and weeds were layered, kept moist, and allowed to decompose slowly. What made the difference was consistency. Compost wasn't something she added once a year. It became a regular habit. Every bed received fresh organic matter, which fed soil organisms and improved structure. The soil became darker, looser, and better at holding water, an early sign that life had returned. Mulch, the shield that changed everything. The second major shift was mulch. Bare soil is stressed soil. It overheats, dries out, and loses nutrients with every rain. By covering the ground with organic mulch, dry leaves, straw, grass clippings, the soil stayed cool and moist. Feeding soil, not plants. This madam stopped thinking in terms of NPK numbers and started thinking in terms of soil cycles. Plants don't need fertilizer, they need access to nutrients. Healthy soil organisms unlock minerals already present in the ground and deliver them to roots in exchange for sugars. Once this relationship is established, plants regulate their own feeding. They take what they need when they need it. This prevents nutrient burn, reduces pest pressure, and produces more nutritious food. This is why her garden became, well, an infinite food factory. Nutrients weren't actually consumed, they were recycled endlessly. These crops protected soil from erosion, fixed nitrogen from the air, and pulled minerals from deep underground. When cut and left on the surface, they turned into mulch and organic matter. Over time, the soil gained fertility without a single bag of fertilizer. Even small gardens can benefit from this. A simple bean crop or a fast-growing green manure can make a noticeable difference within just a few months. Water smarter, not harder. As soil life improved, water needs dropped dramatically. Healthy soil acts like a sponge. It absorbs rain, stores moisture, and releases it slowly to plant roots. Instead of daily watering, she watered deeply and less often, encouraging roots to grow down instead of staying shallow. This not only saved time and water, it made plants more resilient to heat and drought. Strong roots, fed by living soil, create strong plants. Pests became a rare problem. One surprising result was the disappearance of pest problems. Healthy plants grown in living soil produce natural defenses that pests find unattractive. Balanced ecosystems also attract beneficial insects that keep harmful ones in check. Instead of spraying solutions, she let nature balance itself. This is something many experienced gardeners discover late, but once you see it, you never go back. What makes this approach truly powerful is that it compounds. Each season adds more organic matter, more soil life, better structure, higher yields, and honestly, less effort. Fertilizer is a short-term boost, but living soil is a long-term system. Once established, it just keeps feeding itself. This is how a garden becomes an infinite food factory. Why this matters for Rootshaven Grounds. Here at Rootshaven Grounds, we believe gardening should build wealth in the soil, not drain your wallet. This method works whether you're growing food in containers, raised beds, or open ground. It respects nature, saves money, and produces healthier harvests year after year. Either way, the goal is the same: stop buying fertilizer forever. Final thoughts. This madam didn't discover a secret product, she rediscovered an ancient truth. Soil, when treated as a living system, provides everything plants need. Once you shift your mindset from feeding plants to feeding soil, gardening becomes easier, cheaper, and far more rewarding. If this article helped you rethink your garden, make sure to subscribe to Rootshaven Grounds on YouTube for more deep, practical gardening wisdom. Share this with a fellow gardener who's tired of buying fertilizer, and let's grow soil that feeds us for life.